The town is Dili, capital of Portuguese Timor, and I was a member of the second independent company, AIF. There were just over 300 of us, and 21 in country like this that we'd set up an ambush, create what havoc we could, then melt into the bush to have a go somewhere else. Without the help of the peace-loving Timorese natives, we'd never have survived that 13 months of guerrilla warfare. After the war, this memorial was built by the Australians to commemorate the assistance given to Australian commandos. Today, elements of the Portuguese army are holding the fort. Just over an hour's flying time from Darwin, and you're in a different world. Here in the shadow of the Roman Catholic Cathedral in Dili, life goes on in a timeless traditional way. The grim reminders of war are ignored in an easy-going atmosphere. Even trading in the marketplace is gentle by Asian standards. By all accounts, words like pollution, crime and begging are not in the Timorese dictionary. On the foreshore is a hippie house, a permanent shelter erected by the Portuguese government to house the gypsies of Western society. A nominal rent pays for light, sanitation, and an army guard who's sort of a military nanny. A hippie can stay as long as he wants to, and the view from the terrace is exceptional. For those of a more conservative strain, a modern hotel overlooks the strait where the island of Aturo stands sentinel. In Dili, the bitumen stops at the end of the high street. Minutes later, you're in the bush. Colonial rule remains, a rarity these days. Guard duty at the governor's residence is regarded as an honor by the hill tribesmen. Unlike most guard duty around the world, volunteers are plentiful. Another reminder of colonial power. The mountainous spine of Timor forms a giant watershed, and with regular rain in the highlands, the streams run high most afternoons. Crossings are recommended before lunch. Through Iramira, a typical highland village, to Fatu Bessie, the largest plantation on the island. The old second seconds weren't too welcome here back in '42, as a Japanese firm had bought shares in the place some years earlier, and their influence was strong. Fatu Bessie still produces coffee, timber, spices and rubber. From tree to smokehouse, the system hasn't changed a bit. Tourists are still a novelty to these natives, but at Mabisi, about 20 miles east, things are swinging. The performance did not go unobserved. Then came something I'd not seen in 30 years. Cockfighting. And here it's legal. Morning at Mabisi is remarkable. From the balcony of the Passado, or local inn, mist mantles the valley between great mountain peaks. Timor is not renowned for its freeways, and on occasions like this, a discreet withdrawal is in order. This, by the way, is a dowry. 30 buffaloes and 20 ponies on their way to the bride's father. The lad in the yellow shirt is the bridegroom-to-be. We wished him luck. Buffaloes form an essential part of the economy. In the rice paddies, they're used as plows. Following this invigorating health treatment, the rest of the family move in to plant the seedlings. In Timor, a time and motion study man would probably go quietly out of his mind. Take the municipal park at Likasar. Watering the lawn takes some time. A few yards away, this rusting motorbike is one of the few Japanese relics of the Second World War. Another grim reminder is this system of caves carved out of the hillside by Timorese natives at Bayonet Point. The caves were used as ammunition dumps, and when completed, Japanese machine guns were turned on the Timorese workers. Even today, the Timorese refuse to enter these caverns of violent death. In Timor, spinning a yarn takes on a different meaning. This thread comes from the cotton tree. It's dyed with juices from local forest plants. In the afternoon, the ladies of the parish gather convivially, but no time is wasted. The men are not idle either. The government has built workshops where men from the hills come to ply their crafts. When the great thirst overtakes you and there's no bar handy, the Timorese have their methods. A cheeky year, that. There must be something in it. This old copra farmer has fathered 30 children. Just about everywhere you go in Timor, there's magnificent scenery. And here at Tutawalo, I found it quite breathtaking. The high-pitched roofs and stilt foundations protect the householder and his goods from monsoonal rains. The paint job and seashell decorations come as optional extras. Magic has played a great role in the history of Timor, despite a Catholic influence dating back over 400 years. The traditional dances watched by tourists have their roots in the timeless rituals of worship of the elements, or the casting out of evil spirits. This terpsichoreal novelty is called the Procession of the Moon. So who's game to tell the chief he's regimented?